If you're like many people, there's a difference between who you are now and who you want to be. There are small things you believe you should do and big goals you aim to reach. We all want a life that's meaningful and strong, but sometimes our bad habits stop us from being our best selves. Let's go on a journey together to learn about 9 bad habits that can weaken us and how to beat them. We'll use ideas from an old Greek way of thinking called Stoicism, created by Zeno in the 3rd century BC, to help us deal with today's challenges. Stoicism tells us to focus on things we can change and to grow qualities like wisdom, bravery, and discipline. It helps us face life's hard moments with calmness and strength. Going through these 9 habits, it's key to first be aware of ourselves. This awareness lets us start changing these habits into stoic practices that make our lives stronger, more purposeful, and peaceful. Want to change how your life goes? Let's dive in. Habit 1. Talking down to ourselves. Like Marcus Aurelius once said, our life is shaped by our thoughts. So, the first bad habit we're dealing with is talking negatively to ourselves. How we talk to ourselves really matters. It shapes our self-respect, confidence, and overall happiness. Talking to ourselves in a negative way is harmful. It makes us doubt ourselves and stops us from reaching our full abilities. Marcus Aurelius, a famous philosopher and emperor, stressed the importance of watching our inner conversations. Stoicism, which is guiding us here, encourages us to manage our thoughts and switch out negativity for reason and kindness to ourselves. Aurelius believed that our thoughts shape our perception of the world, encouraging us to keep a positive and reasonable mindset. How can we stop talking negatively to ourselves? Begin by watching your thoughts without criticizing yourself. Notice when you start to criticize or doubt yourself and question those thoughts with logic. Wonder if these thoughts are really based on facts or just come from fear and insecurity. Stoicism encourages us to practice self-compassion, meaning we should be as kind and understanding to ourselves as we would be to a friend in trouble. Instead of getting down on yourself for mistakes or things you think are lacking, think about what you can learn from them and how you can get better. When you start replacing negative self-talk with the stoic ideas of logic and kindness to yourself, you'll find a strength and toughness inside. This strength will help you deal with life's tough times with more confidence and elegance. So, let's start changing how we talk to ourselves and move towards a mindset that's more positive and logical together. Habit 2. Delaying tasks. Epicurus once wisely remarked that the secret to a happy life is in choosing our friends wisely. Similarly, procrastination, the act of postponing what needs to be done, is a common challenge that weakens our willpower, blocks our progress, and wastes time we could have used to improve ourselves. Epicurus taught that we should surround ourselves with people who inspire us to be our best. How do we fight off procrastination then? Stoicism introduces us to carpe diem, or seizing the day. This philosophy encourages us to focus on the present and make the most out of our current situation. Procrastination usually comes from being scared of the future or not wanting to start a tough job. To overcome this, we need to think like a Stoic and understand that the present is all we can control. Epictetus, a Stoic thinker, said to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. Procrastination grows when we worry too much about what might happen or how hard something will be instead of just doing it. To fight this, change your focus from worrying about the outcome to enjoying the process. Beat procrastination by making small goals and working on them bit by bit. Accept that it's okay to feel uncomfortable or unsure right now, because that's how we learn and get ready for bigger challenges. Remember, Our time is limited, and every day we postpone is a day gone for good. Let's make the most of today, set out on this path, and face procrastination head-on. Habit 3. Not caring for others. Stoicism teaches us about cosmopolitanism, the idea that we're all part of a big human family and should care for everyone's well-being. Not caring about the struggles and needs of others can weaken our ability to empathize and act ethically, preventing us from developing good qualities. Stoicism encourages living in sync with nature and developing good traits like wisdom, fairness, bravery, and self-control. Being kind and wishing well for others is important. If we overlook the needs of others, we break this important rule, making us feel disconnected from people around us. When we don't pay attention to how others are doing, we start to become indifferent to their difficulties, necessities, and suffering. This lack of care can show in different ways, like not feeling the pain of those in tough situations or not helping out. Ignoring the welfare of others stops us from being caring and understanding, which is key to building a strong moral character. Stoicism teaches us to treat everyone with respect, care, and understanding, reminding us that we're all connected. By adopting this view, we can develop empathy and behave in ways that help others. Not caring about others means we lose out on the chance to do kind things, which is good for both the person we help and for ourselves. Research has shown that helping others also makes us feel good. When we ignore others' needs, we end up focusing too much on ourselves, which stops our own growth. Stoicism says real happiness comes from living a life of virtue, following reason and ethical principles. Ignoring others takes us away from this important idea, trapping us in selfishness. To break this habit and strengthen our Stoic values, it's key to build empathy and kindness towards others. This means making an effort to understand where others are coming from and doing nice things for them. Showing kindness not only matches Stoic beliefs, but also helps make the world a more caring and peaceful place. By doing this, we lead positive change, improve others' lives, and build a stronger sense of community. Are you ready to join this journey towards a kinder and more virtuous life? The chance is right in front of us. Habit 4. Running from hard stuff. You know the saying, to get better, you have to be okay with others thinking you're silly or don't know much. It's about our fourth habit, avoiding tough tasks and sticking to what's easy. Avoiding challenges stops us from growing and learning important skills, like being patient, brave, and able to handle new things. Stoic philosophy teaches us to look at tough times not as problems, but as chances to get better. Epictetus, a big name in Stoicism, said that we grow and get better at controlling ourselves when we face challenges and step out of our comfort zones. In Stoicism, it's really important to tackle hard situations on purpose for personal growth. By choosing to go through hard times, we learn to be patient, become better people, and really understand ourselves and the world better. Nowadays, we often choose the easy way because it's more comfortable and gives us quick happiness. But this can stop us from growing in the long run. According to Stoicism, facing challenges directly and patiently is where true strength lies. Through facing difficulties, we gain important lessons, patience, and qualities like bravery, steadfastness, and toughness. Skipping challenges means we miss out on growing. It can cause us to stay where we are. The Stoics push us to go beyond our comfort zones and take on tasks that challenge us. This not only improves our abilities, but also builds our confidence and satisfaction. Furthermore, avoiding challenges can lead to a fear of making mistakes. By always choosing the easier option and avoiding risks, we miss the chance to learn from our failures and grow stronger. Stoicism isn't about putting ourselves through pain for no reason. It teaches us to deal with tough times calmly and thoughtfully, understanding that discomfort is a part of life that helps us grow and get better. By choosing to face challenges, we learn how to depend on our own values and strength instead of what happens around us. Using Stoic ideas in our life helps us see challenges, failures, and surprises not as big problems, but as chances to learn and improve. Let's welcome tough times, look for challenges, and start the adventure of learning more about ourselves and getting better. Now is the time to build a strong and adaptable mindset that's all about growing. Are you ready to question what you believe and how you act, opening up to a new world of strength and determination? Let's go on this journey. Habit 5. Looking for approval from others. Stoic philosophy teaches us that trying to get approval from others can actually weaken how well we follow Stoic ideas. Stoicism tells us to focus on what's important inside us, like being independent and not worrying about what everyone else thinks. Nowadays, with everyone on social media, it's easy to get caught up in how many likes or followers we have. We start to judge our worth by what others think. This can make us feel bad about ourselves because our happiness depends on what others say. But Stoic philosophy shows us a different way. It says real joy comes from inside by developing good qualities like wisdom, bravery, fairness, and self-discipline. These things don't depend on anyone else's opinion. They're all about what we can control. When we keep looking for others to tell us we're doing great, we give away our power. Our confidence then goes up and down with what people say, making it hard to be truly happy and at peace with ourselves. Imagine you write a blog post you're really proud of, but instead of feeling good about what you've made, you start looking for how many people liked or commented on it. If you don't get as much attention as you hoped, you feel let down and start to doubt if your work was any good. This habit of needing other people's approval can shake your confidence and make you forget the real value of what you've done. How do we stop depending on what others think? First, understand that chasing after people's approval is like running on a treadmill. It never ends, and you can't control it. People's thoughts can change, and trying to please everyone is impossible. Focus on building up your own good qualities and living by Stoic ideas. Learn to be okay with yourself and your work. When you find yourself wanting someone else's thumbs up, think about why you feel that way and if it really matters to your own goals. Remember, what really shows your value is your own behavior and character, not what others say. Gain trust in your own judgment and decisions. Look for approval from yourself by judging your actions against Stoic values. Aim for your own improvement, avoiding comparisons with others. Remember, true joy and peace are found inside, not from outside praise. Create a circle of friends and mentors who push you to do better. Listen to advice from people who truly care about you, but remember, you are not defined by their opinions. To put it simply, always chasing after others' approval doesn't fit with Stoic thinking. By understanding that others' opinions aren't the key to evaluating ourselves, we can focus on growing our inner qualities and being happy on our own terms. Work on knowing yourself better and build a network that backs your Stoic journey, leading to a more meaningful and self-sufficient life. Get ready for the path to finding self-contentment. Habit 6. Getting too caught up in wanting more things. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's morally right and the good qualities we have inside, rather than getting pulled into wanting lots of stuff. In today's world, where buying more and more is often seen as the goal, It's easy to forget what's really important, especially when we start to mix up wanting things with being happy. We're constantly told that having lots of things is what will make us happy and satisfied, but Stoic teachings remind us that everything outside of us isn't permanent. It can be taken away or lost. If we depend on these things for our happiness, we're setting ourselves up for feeling let down and unhappy. When we base how good we feel about ourselves on how much we own, we end up always wanting more. This never-ending wanting makes us always look for the next thing to buy, leading to constant unhappiness because there's always something newer or better out there. Seneca, a great teacher of Stoicism, pointed out the difference between what we want and what we really need. He said that wanting too much comes from never feeling satisfied and thinking that having things is the key to lasting happiness. Stoicism asks us to think about what we truly want and to choose desires that match our real values and what's good for us. To get away from the trap of wanting too many things, begin by being happy with what you have. Understand that chasing after more stuff usually leads us into a never-ending cycle of wanting and not being satisfied. Instead, concentrate on growing virtues like wisdom, bravery, and kindness. These are the real keys to feeling fulfilled. Stoicism teaches us to switch our attention from things we can buy to virtues we can nurture within ourselves. Values like wisdom, bravery, balance, and fairness are things we can control and truly make us content. By valuing these virtues and working on them, we find deep meaning and satisfaction in our lives. Too much focus on owning things can make us feel insecure and anxious. Constantly worrying about not having enough or comparing ourselves to others can leave us feeling envious and restless. Stoicism recommends learning how to be okay with what we have, not to give up owning things, but to have a balanced view of them. See the things you own as items that make your life better, not as your main source of happiness or worth. Being thankful for what you have helps you care less about getting more stuff. Try living simply, getting rid of things you don't need, which helps you break free from materialism and live a life based on Stoic ideals. This change helps us work on becoming better people, making strong friendships, and doing good in the world. Basically, caring too much about having stuff can get in the way of following Stoic advice. Well, by realizing that the things we have don't last forever and not holding on to them too tightly, we can stop always wanting more. This shift lets us be happy by making ourselves better and following Stoic wisdom. It's a big move that brings us real happiness and a life full of valuable lessons from Stoicism. Are you ready to begin this important journey? Your path is waiting. Habit 7. Focusing too much on what went wrong before. Getting stuck on our past errors goes against Stoic teachings, which encourage us to live in the now, accept what happened, and learn from our errors instead of being caught in regret and self-criticism. Even though we know this, many of us still replay our old mistakes, feeling bad about ourselves and stuck, which keeps us from being happy and moving forward. It also stops us from enjoying the present and improving our lives. Epictetus, a key figure in Stoicism, taught that it's not what happens to us that upsets us, but how we think about these events. Thinking over and over about past mistakes fills us with negative feelings and causes us unnecessary pain. Stoicism teaches us to accept our past actions, own up to them, and focus on how we can get better now. To stop dwelling on the past, it's important to be kind and forgiving to ourselves. By understanding that everyone makes mistakes, we can learn to accept ourselves and grow. Seeing mistakes in a new light can be a game changer. Rather than thinking of them as defeats, we can look at them as important lessons that help us grow. Every error is a chance to better ourselves. Adopting this view frees us from the weight of our past mistakes and lets us focus on now. Paying attention to the present, or mindfulness, is a great way to stop going over old mistakes. By living in the moment and not judging ourselves, we can move past regret and really get into what we're doing now. Also, being thankful helps us look away from past errors. Appreciating what we have today and the lessons we've learned makes us notice the good things in life, making us happier. To stop focusing on past mistakes, we need to really try and stick to Stoic ideas. It's important to remember we can choose how to feel about our past. Dwelling on mistakes doesn't help us live a good and meaningful life. Letting go, being kind to ourselves, staying present, and being thankful can help change our view and lead us to a more stoic way of living. By understanding our mistakes, we grow and focus our energy on the present and on being our best selves. Aim to break away from regrets, accept Stoic lessons, and live a life that's both meaningful and good. The journey to freedom is waiting. Realizing the importance of empathy and kindness, we can fight this habit and care more about everyone's well-being. This way, we strengthen our character and contribute to a more ethical and caring world. Habit 8. Avoiding new experiences. Sometimes we get too comfortable in our routines, afraid to try new things. This fear can keep us from growing and experiencing life fully. Just like Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges, we should also open ourselves to new experiences. Trying new things helps us learn about ourselves and the world around us. It's about stepping into the unknown with curiosity, not fear. By doing this, we grow braver and more adaptable. So, let's challenge ourselves to break out of our comfort zones, try new activities, and embrace the growth that comes with it. This habit of seeking new experiences can make us more rounded individuals and enrich our lives with diverse adventures and insights. Habit 9. Giving into anger. It's easy to let anger take over when things don't go our way, but Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and respond with reason. Anger often clouds our judgment and leads to actions we might regret. Instead of giving into anger, Stoicism encourages us to pause, reflect, and look for a calm and constructive response. By managing our anger, we not only maintain our inner peace, but also handle difficult situations more effectively. Let's work on recognizing the triggers of our anger, understanding why we feel this way, and finding peaceful solutions. This habit of controlling anger not only improves our well-being, but also strengthens our relationships with others. Looking at the 9 habits that weaken us, we've learned how the teachings of Stoicism can help us overcome these challenges. Adopting a Stoic viewpoint can transform these habits. Stoic philosophy leads us to manage what we can, grow good qualities, and approach difficulties with bravery and patience. It helps us appreciate the present, free ourselves from seeking others' approval and gathering material things. Stoicism encourages us to leave our comfort zones, reflect on the past without regret, and move from weakness to strength. As you start changing, remember, it's a slow process that needs patience and effort. Be kind to yourself and keep applying Stoic ideas every day. With hard work and determination, you can overcome these habits and lead a meaningful, strong, and peaceful life. Follow Stoic wisdom. Look for approval within yourself. Turn complaints into thankfulness. Value good qualities more than possessions. Meet challenges bravely and move on from the past. This journey of change is for you to make, and the goal is closer than you think. Take hold of today and change your life through Stoicism. Thanks for watching this video. Please share what you think in the comments. If this video was useful, like and share it with others who might find it helpful. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We hope you stick with us to learn and grow together. Until we meet again, remain strong, peaceful, and stoic. Until next time.